collected myself, then turned to face the computer monitor. Let me just type the password in. I typed in her full name, Kyoko Kigiri. My hands were tense, slightly trembling, as I finished typing it in. What? That did it? Kyoko, it worked!
Why?
Why? Kyoko? Without looking at me, she disappeared into the hidden room. She looked grim. Kyoko. There we go. Why is there a present? Hey, Kyoko? I may as well not have been in the room. Her gaze was fixed on one thing. A present? Wrapped in and covered with such joy? That's what made her so That's what made it so unusual. She was right. It was unusual. And she couldn't stop looking at it. No, not just looking, glaring. There's a brightly colored box here. It seems totally out of place in here. The more I look at it, the more suspicious I get. Should we open it? Getting kind of a bad vibe from it. But I mean, we can't not open it. Okay.
Makoto.
Be careful, Makoto. Why, do you think it's dangerous? No, not dangerous. But surprising, probably. Huh?
It would seem...
If it's what I think it is, at the very least, it's not something you'll be happy to see. Wait, so you know what's in there?
Anyway...
Just don't scream or anything, okay? Are you saying it's something that'll make me want to scream? Okay, I'm just gonna open it. It's a jack in the box. Is it a jack in the box? It's a jackal. It's a jackal. Step by heavy step, I approached the box. I took a deep breath in and took hold of the lid. Slowly, ever so slowly, I lifted it up. Light began to sneak its way out into the box. I stole a hesitant glance inside. Is it a head? I could think of it being a head as well. Kyoko's advice was no use. I let out a trembling cry. Oh, bones! Great. What was in the box? It was bones. Human bones. It was the last thing I expected to find in such a bright and joyful box. I mean, who could have possibly imagined?
I see.
Just as I thought. What? What was in the box? It was wrapped up so nicely. So I never would have guessed what was inside. Human bones? Just as I thought. How could you have known that? I mean, there were bones in there. Human bones.
Wrong.
No, it's not. It's not that I was thinking of the bones specifically. I just had a feeling it would be his body. That's pretty much the same thing. A dead guy in a box. My father. Huh? What about him?
Correct.
What you found in the box? Those bones? That body? That's my father. Or at least what's left of him. Are you serious? This is Kyoko's dad? The same person she's been searching for? But hold on. How can you know that for sure? How do you know that it's him?
So...
Given all the information we have already, that's the only possible answer. The same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now. It's a very polarizing approach, I know. But okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step in the whole peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. Alter Ego said the headmaster was probably here in the school, but the only ones who were alive at the start of the killing game were us 16 students. When you put those two ideas together, it doesn't take much to assume
in other words,
that most likely my father was in the school, but he was also dead. That's my assumption anyway. As Kyoko explained her analysis, she was completely calm. Or no, she wasn't calm. She was only trying to seem calm. She said it was just as she thought, so she knew it was a possibility. But I have to believe that at some point she wanted to be proven wrong, which is why she never looked in the box herself, even though she had plenty of chances. I know Kyoko said that she wanted to see her father so that she could cut off ties. But was that all there was to it? I gave up some of that pride. In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing that it was something a true Kagiri detective would never do. Would she really give up her pride just for that? I couldn't help but wonder. This filing cabinet seems like the kind of place you'd find a clue. I should take a closer look. But I don't think Kyoko would like some stranger like me touching her dad's stuff.
Hey.
It's fine. Check whatever you like. Are you sure? Okay then. I went through each drawer one by one, starting from the top. But all I found was piles and piles of unrelated documents. He was pretty dedicated to his job, huh?
Well?
It's just because he didn't have anything else. He could have inherited our family business, our legacy. Instead, he left it all behind.
Now,
If he couldn't handle a job like this, he would have been that much more of a failure. I'm sure he couldn't stand the thought of that, and it made him more desperate. It made him desperate. The headmaster's desk. It's probably hiding some kind of clue, so I really wanted to check it out, but I really don't want to touch Kyoko's dad's desk without permission.
Hey.
Don't worry about me. Feel free to look around as much as you like. Are you sure?
Because...
Never let anything get in the way of your investigation. I don't. Okay then, if you don't mind. Starting from the top, I opened all the desk drawers and looked inside. I rummaged around through each one, finding nothing but unrelated documents. But in the last drawer... Huh? Is this? It's an e-handbook, right? And it has a label on it that says, in case of emergency. I found some kind of emergency handbook in the headmaster's desk.
In other words...
A handbook with no limitations, given to the school's ultimate authority, the headmaster. I'm assuming that's what it is. I think you're probably right.
It would seem...
It might prove useful as we continue our investigation. Why don't you hold on to it? Huh? But Kyoko... I don't need it. If you don't want it, go ahead and leave it here. Then I guess I'll take it. Is it really okay? I feel like I shouldn't make pointless small talk right now. Maybe I should just look around a bit first. Huh? This picture. It's all faded. It must be pretty old. Wait, is this a picture of... Hey, Kyoko.
Why would you...
Well, this is annoying. I came here to cut myself free of the past, and yet... to find something like this. So what do you expect me to do now? And I was right. It's a picture of Kyoko when she was a little girl. Knowing the headmaster had this picture all this time, he must have really cared about her.
Why?
Why? What? I wanted to face him to tell him everything. To tell him myself. To cut myself out from the life for... To cut him out of my life for abandoning me. That's the whole reason I came here. And now he's abandoned me again. And this time, he even stole my only opportunity I had to move on. Has there ever been a worse father? Kyoko.
Hey.
Listen, Makoto. Huh? Can I ask you a favor? A favor? What is it?
So...
I know it's completely unreasonable to ask you this. And I know it'll only inconvenience you that much more, but...
Hey.
Could you leave? Huh?
Correct.
Just for a little while. I'd just like to be alone for a bit. Kyoko, don't worry. I'm fine. I just need to calm down a little.
Just a second.
I need to get my emotions in order. You know, Kyoko, you told me before that about that relationship you had with your dad. How you're only connected by blood, not by heart and soul. But maybe that picture motivated him. Maybe he hoped to see me again someday. Is that what you're going to say? If so, it's just a theory. And this isn't an issue that can be settled with theories. That picture doesn't change the facts of what happened, what I went through. That problem can't be solved so easily. You're right. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Once I've got myself under control, I'll return to the investigation immediately. So please, just give me some time to myself. Okay, I understand. Then I'll see you later. Is she really okay? Kyoko, it must have been a complete shock to her. I mean, it was a shock to me. To find out what happened to the headmaster? There's no doubt the mastermind performed that evil deed. They killed the headmaster, killed Kyoko's father. They killed him. The headmaster is dead. The one leading Hope's Peak staff, the only one who finalized the plan to isolate you, was Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he is somewhere in this school right now. But we were wrong about that. The headmaster wasn't the mastermind, which means the mastermind's true identity is... It's a very polarizing approach, I know, but okay, enough puns. Anyway, here's a hint. I'm sure I've told you already, but the killing game has begun with 16 participants, all of them high school students. And the only people to take a single step into Hope's Peak since the killing game has begun are those 16 students. 15 of us met in the main hall and add Makuru to the mix and you get 16. And including me, only 6 of us are still alive. Everyone else is dead. Even Makuro. Even she, undeniably dead. So the ones still left alive are me, Byakuya, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and Kyoko. Only those 6 people are still alive, and there's no question. Wait, no, that can't be. I refuse to believe it. There has to be some other way. There just has to be. Alright. So, first thing I'm going to do is go check out those... these locker rooms. Because this is obviously what it wants me to do. And there's a lot of lockers that I can open. I wonder if I can open this locker. Card reader. And you have ebook. No. I have the other one. Well, wait, but what about the emergency handbook I found in the headmaster's hidden room? Alright, let's give it one more try. I took the emergency handbook and ran it across the card reader, and... Alright, just what I was hoping for. Now let's see what we've got inside. I don't see anything that might be a clue. Looks like the locker open, now we can see what's inside. This thing is practically empty. There's just one thing, some kind of pocketbook. I don't see a name written on it, so I can't say for sure whose it is. But there's some writing inside. It could be important. I don't like violating the owner's privacy, but I better take a look. It looks like a girl's handwriting. And all the letters are spaced out evenly, like whoever wrote them was measuring them. Whoever wrote this must have been really meticulous. Huh? I was flipping through the pocketbook, but my hand froze when I got to a certain page. I saw something familiar written there, words I'd heard before. There's a plan to turn Hope's Peak into a shelter and isolate the students here in a communal life. I've decided to talk to the one who came up with this plan directly. It just happens to be the headmaster and my father. He was willing to give me some more details regarding the plan. Here's what he said. The point is to keep our student prodigies safe, to keep them as our hope for the future. Only their genius can overcome disaster, and only their hope can overcome despair. For the future of our country, our world, it's not an exaggeration to call this our final hope. We must isolate our superior youth from the corrupted world to serve as a foundation for a new era. This is the only hope we have. I hope that you will be willing to go along with this plan. So that's what my father had to say. As usual, he made a selfish decision without consulting anyone else. I can't imagine a worse father. This can't be true, can it? But I knew it was, and I knew exactly who this pocket would belong to. Kyoko. It couldn't be anyone else. But if this belongs to Kyoko, what is it doing in this locker? And what she wrote here completely contradicts what she already told me. She said she hasn't seen her dad since the day she left, since she was little. I decided to talk to the one who came up with the plan directly. Yeah. What does this all mean? I quickly scanned the remaining pages of the notebook. I must have been looking for something that would prove me wrong about the whole thing. But when I reached the last page, the question marks spinning through my head just started spinning much faster. When I looked at it, unlike the rest of the pocketbook, the writing here was messy, disorganized, scrawled. Despair walks among us, and so we survive. What is this? What does it mean? I have no idea. How could this possibly make any sense? Okay, that's extremely unnerving. Nothing. Looks like there's two of them here. Okay, so that one's empty. Oh, whoa! This locker is totally disorganized. Whoever it belongs to probably has organization problems in every part of their life. This looks like heroes. This is a crystal ball. Huh? A crystal ball? No, it can't be. There's no way he would ever use this locker. It's just not possible. There's all kinds of textbooks and notebooks stacked in no particular order, and dust everywhere. I have to assume whoever's stuff this is didn't do a lot of studying. Not that I can really talk. Trying to act as casual and natural as possible. I picked up one of the notebooks I saw, but the moment I looked inside the notebook, any sense of easiness I may have had evaporated. What? There was no denying what I saw. Inside the notebook was written Yasuhiro Hagari. Is this our Yasuhiro? The notebook also contained a large number of notes for a variety of different classes, which would mean he attended classes here? Yeah, that can't be possible. Okay. I thought this very early on, but we were a part of the tragedy, and we lost our memories for a whole year. Well, actually, we were probably in the school for a year, and then lost our memories for a full year. Because there's a few things that tell this out. Monokuma said something earlier about it being 2 years since we have seen him. And not only that, but what else was it? Just like all the stuff that everyone is forgetting. just seems strange. It definitely seems like there's a lot more here than is being let on. I mean, Hiro came to the school at the same time as the rest of us. We were all sucked into this evil world. We never had a chance to take any classes. So, what is this notebook? There's a third thing? What's that? Is this a deck of playing cards? No, they're tarot cards. But wait, aren't those used for telling fortunes? It's just a coincidence, right? But the more I see, the less it makes sense. Because these lockers, I mean, they had to belong to the previous students, right? So why am I seeing this? Why are there things in the lockers that look like they belong to the people here? A notebook that belongs to Hiro, and a pocketbook that seems to belong to Kyoko. There has to be some kind of explanation. If I want to find that out, I have to keep moving forward, moving the investigation forward. And I have to believe in everyone. Okay, nothing in there. Okay, and that is probably it. That's ominous. An Eye of Ra? Okay, well, I think I found everything I can find out about this floor. But now it's time to go to the biolab. Biolab is the next thing that I'm terribly curious about. Because that room seems so much different than the rest of the rooms in this whole school. Keep on, keep it on. Go all the way to the top. I hate these stairs, they're so far away. I know I can teleport and all, but I like the sense of actually moving around the school. Alright, so the 5th floor, and immediately take a right. I do not like this room at all. Well, here I am in the biolab. It's so cold. It's like abnormally cold. I feel like I'm in a giant refrigerator. Seriously, why is it so cold? It's so cold. Why is it so cold in here? That's the first thing I need to figure out. There's some kind of weird machine or something built into the wall. And on the left side, there's a bunch of glowing blue lights. But on the other side... it's a fridge for storing dead bodies. Does that mean this biolab is actually a morgue? I should probably take a closer look around. Whoops. Yep, I did not mean to do that. There's icicles hanging from the monitor. Oh, there's some kind of booklet here. Looks like an instruction manual. We offer an eco-friendly alternative to standard dry ice for all of your cadaver needs. In addition to the germicidal lamps, we also provided an ozone generator for the removal of ethylene gases. Simply insert the cadaver and the blue light will let you know the automated systems have activated. Temperature and humidity levels will be adjusted automatically for optimal settings. With our systems, anyone can keep a body as fresh as a daisy for as long as you need. In the likely event of a problem, the red light will activate and an alarm will sound immediately. The exterior is stainless steel, and we do offer an optional leather upholstery upgrade package. This is an instruction manual for the fridge. What's going on? Right hand side, the lights are off. While looking around, I think I get it. It seems clear to me now. There's a makeshift morgue. And about those blue lights by each slot. It looks like it's all set up so that when a slot is occupied, the blue light comes on, which would mean inside each slot lit up by a blue light, another one of the victims is. I can't let my emotions take control right now. There's only one thing I can do for everyone who's died, and that's defeat the mastermind. To do that, I have to continue my investigation. I don't have any other option. But why are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That was weird. I couldn't move for a second. I was really worried that something was gonna happen. Okay, that was a little weird. Huh? It's gone. Makuro's body. It's not here? There was 7 lights that were unlit, which means that there are 7 people alive. Or the 7th body was never placed in there. Maybe the body's inside the tool shed? I'd better check just to make sure. I didn't find anything close to a dead body. But if it's not like, if it's not in here either, then it must be. Could it be in the biolab? But corpses aren't the only thing I need to check in here. There's one other thing, that tarp. The tarp played a key role in the other case, so better look at it. The killer must use this tarp to keep the sprinklers from getting the body wet, which means the killer might have left some clue behind here. Huh? Okay, that's what I thought. I saw tarps in the biolab. I didn't notice this before, but there's a small stamp in one of the corners of the tarp. It says biolab? Then this originally came from the biolab. So whoever did this murder had access to the biolab, which still means it could have been Kyoko. That's all I really need to check out here.